Finding peace through creative expression. You can find peace by expressing yourself creatively. And today I want to share with you some of the benefits of expressing yourself creatively and why that can give you more inner peace and just a better way of living, enjoying life more, and all the great things that we all want in life. So let's start with why is creativity important? Well, you see, creativity is important because if you don't express yourself, what will happen is that the life force within you, the life force energy, will make you restless because it wants to be expressed. Because that's the game of life. Consciousness or the supreme or the divine has chosen to express itself through all different forms. So it's way better to cooperate with that process of self-expression. And when you express yourself creatively, um, the life force energy is now out of you, it's expressed already, and then you can have a greater sense of peace because it's not in here moving all the time. And expressing yourself creatively. This could be through making art, it could be through making music, it could be through running a business, it could be through having some creative hobby. Anything that allows you to channel your energy into something that you're building or creating. This is a creative expression. So we want to find out what we resonate with and express that. Because when we do that, I'm going to go through now all of the benefits, probably not all of them, but some of them, and why that's actually important. So the first benefit is improved overall well-being. As I've already said, when you channel your life force energy into something creative, what will happen is your everyday life, your well-being in everyday life will be improved because there is no stuck energy within you. So if the energy wants to express itself, it wants to go out, and you can sense that. If you're sitting and you're just kind of restless and you feel like you want to do something, you may not know what you want to do, but you feel like you want to do something. That's the life force energy signaling to you that it wants to be expressed. So once you find an outlet to express it on a daily basis, then the restless energy will no longer be there and your overall well-being will be improved. If you also have some trauma, depression, just lower states of consciousness, expressing yourself creatively will definitely help with that. I've been through the so-called dark night of the soul, and for me it's music and these videos that I do, but music was back then the main thing. And music, just by producing music, I produce house music. It just gave me that outlet to channel all the trauma and negativity into something that it's actually good, which at that time was music, and I still do music and these videos. So improved overall well-being will definitely happen. So consider finding an outlet that you feel resonates with you and just channel your energy into that. And a very big obstacle here is that conditioning. We think that when we do something creatively, it has to reach millions of people. which is not what the purpose of creating is. The purpose of creating something is, first of all, the enjoyment and the good feeling you get from expressing yourself. And then, if it reaches some people, that's also fine. It may reach 100 people, it may reach 1,000, 10,000, it may reach millions, we don't know. But don't get concerned about that. Do it because it feels nice, because you're expressing yourself through that and you're freeing yourself more internally. The second benefit is calming the mind. Once you get out that life force energy into something creative, your mind automatically becomes more calm, which means that you will have a greater sense of inner peace. And when the mind is calm, the inner conflict is also not so present. It lessens because the mind is essentially what creates the inner conflict for the most of the time, unless there is life force energy that wants to be expressed and you are not giving it an outlet. This could also create like a sense of inner conflict, but it will calm the mind 100% just by you being in the process. Your mind will get calm, and you will just be more balanced because you're expressing yourself in some way. The third benefit is feeling fulfilled. This is huge, and a lot of people are looking for fulfillment. Many people are looking nowadays for something that truly fulfills them, and having a creative expression, an outlet to do that, will give you that sense of fulfillment because you're building something, you're creating something, and that feels nice. And again, it doesn't have to be art. It could be art, but it doesn't have to be like music, art, and so on. It could be running a business that you can express your gifts through that business. It could be anything that you're building and creating. Business is also a creative expression, so it's also good. So find out what you resonate with and what your goals and values are, and do that. So feeling fulfilled was number 3. You will just have a greater sense of contentment about your life because you feel like you're doing something, because you are doing something, you're expressing your divine gifts. And that's important. That's important if you want to feel like you're doing what you came here to do on this planet, which we could call it a life purpose. I'm not going to go very deep into life purpose, but basically you have different life purposes for different stages of your life. You may have one main life purpose, but it may take different expressions throughout your life, or it may remain one expression. It's an individual thing. So don't get concerned about life purpose and so on. If you feel fulfilled by the things that you're doing, and I don't mean dopamine stimulation, I mean really fulfilled, then you know you're doing your life purpose 100%. That's the signal from your soul, so to say, that you're doing what you came here to do, is by you feeling fulfilled when you're doing it. So, number 4 is being at peace. We've briefly discussed that. Why does creative expression bring you more inner peace? Because you're spending the life force energy within you. If you don't spend it, you will become restless. That's the main idea here of this video, is that you want to get that energy out of your system and create something with it, and then you have more inner peace. And number 5 is improved spiritual practice. If you have a spiritual practice like meditation, your meditation sessions or spiritual practice will be improved 100%. Again, because you spent your life force energy into some creative outlet. Now, when you sit down to meditate, this energy is not disturbing you. You're calm, you're peaceful, and your meditation gets just way, way better. So these are the 5 huge benefits which came to my mind. There are 100% more than that. I cannot think of any right now. I just listed the 5 that I think are the most important. So find an outlet, express yourself creatively, and don't get concerned about how many people see your work. Don't get concerned about how many people it reaches. Do the people around you approve of your creative expression, or are you judging it? Because that's the thing. Uh, People close to you may judge you for expressing yourself in a particular way, but you need to outgrow that by realizing that you're not doing it for them. You're doing it because it wants to come out, it wants to be expressed, so you're just cooperating with that process. And you're not doing it essentially for other people. If it reaches other people, that's great, that's perfect. But if it reaches just a small amount of people, that's also fine. We don't know, because destiny is a huge thing. And if you're destined to reach millions of people, you will reach that. If you're not destined, you will not reach it. But again, there is a middle ground, which is I create my work and I release it to the world, and whoever sees it, whoever enjoys it, that's nice. I do it because I love to do it. And yeah, I may have some goal with it. I may aspire to achieve something through it. That's perfectly fine. Uh, uh, and you can use that aspiration that you have about achieving it to fuel your work even more. The danger of of expressing yourself creatively is that you can get lost in it. That's the thing. Um, like music, arts, or even business, or whatever creative hobby you have, you can get fully lost in it and you can forget about your spiritual practice and what's actually important. Not that creativity is not important, it is very important, is as important as your spiritual practice. But still, you don't want to get lost in one single thing completely and forget about everything else. If you want to have a balanced life, that's not the approach you want to take. You want to take a balanced approach. If you like balance, if you like going all in on something because you want to achieve some massive goal, then totally do that. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying things from the place that I operate, and feel free to take from this video and any other videos of mine whatever resonates with you. Just take that and leave the rest, because this life is an individual thing, which means that what applies to me may not apply to you, and the other way around. There are universal rules and laws that apply to everyone, that's true. But there are also rules and laws that apply only to individuals, which means that for one person it may be 100% right that they forget about everything and they go all in on something and just do that. Uh, that could be right for someone. For other person, it could be completely destructive. So there is no criteria by which you can judge these things. You just feel what feels right. Does it feel right to take a balanced approach, or do you need to put more effort into it? And how I operate is I find the balance between the two. I stay dedicated. I find ways to stay inspired about the work I do. And of course, I have something I'm aspiring to, which I use to fuel the work I do. So I use that, but I take a more balanced approach because I've been in this obsessive state, and it just does more harm than good for me personally. So it's not really how I would be in my highest self. I would be in my highest self if I could take a more balanced approach. I can keep an eye on everything, and so that's how it's right for me. What's right for you, you need to discover that for yourself. But all I can tell you is that creative expression will improve all aspects of your life. So don't think that you should not start doing something with your life creatively because there is too much competition, because the market is oversaturated, and all of these things. Which, yes, they are true. There is a lot of competition if you're looking from the eyes of competitiveness. If you're not competing with anyone, if you're creating for the sake of creating it, or you're just in your own lane, if you want to achieve something, don't compare yourself to other people, what they've built, and so on. Like for me, when I make music, for example, when I produce music, when I try to like take a track, take a song that I like, and like recreate it, but in my own way, it doesn't really work. What works for me is forgetting about all the songs that I've listened, and just expressing what I have within me. Just creating a piece of music that I like, that I feel like it's a unique expression of mine. And that's the way it works for me. But you can get definitely inspired by other artists, by entrepreneurs, whatever your lane is. You can get inspired by people. That's one way to stay inspired 100%. But the danger of that is that you subconsciously or even consciously start comparing your work to other people, and that will be your downfall. And I've experienced this. I'm not saying this because I've realized it just by sitting. I'm saying because I've experienced it, and I've deleted my work many times because I was comparing it to other people, because I was not viewing it as a creative expression, but rather as a means to achieve something big. And that's the lesson I've learned. So it's all about the expression, it's all about the creativity itself, and not getting concerned with the end result so much. Of course, you want to make your work exceptional and very nice if that's what feels right for you. But don't take other people's work and put it one beside other and think, oh, this one's better, this one's better, because that will create inner resistance when you keep creating. So take inspiration from other places, but play your own game. That's the thing about creativity. Creativity means you're playing your own game. You're not playing by anyone else's rules. You're creating what you feel you want to express. So find an outlet for that, and you see how your life just becomes way better, including your spiritual practice. So yeah, that would be for today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It helps the channel a lot. Subscribe if you're new around here. Leave me any comments you have. I'll be very happy to answer them regarding this topic or any other topics that I speak on in this channel. And also check the link down in the description box. There is my website, my blog. You can support my work through a small donation if you feel drawn towards that. I appreciate that. And I'll be soon putting link to my music channel, but I have to still deal with some things with the distributor of my music to all the platforms like Spotify, YouTube, and so on. So I have to deal with that first, and then I'll give a link to that also if you want to listen to. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your day, your evening, your afternoon, whatever you're in right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.